So we're not gonna sit up here and act like in our community the black people are the only people that's gonna sit up here and laugh at you for trying to fix and get your shit together. You sitting up here trying to get out and better your situation. It seems like your friends and family, if they're pointing at you like, ha ha, you're never gonna fucking do it. Why the fuck are you even trying? They laugh at you when you're trying to eat better. They laugh at you when you're trying to get out of debt. They laugh at you when you got an old ass car and you don't feel like upgrading. Why you still driving that old ass car? Why don't you upgrade? I also happen to like this car. That car old as hell. You can't be around us with an old ass car like that. Who the fuck says shit like that? If you ain't got the latest gear on, the Gucci, the Jordans, the Fendi, whatever it is, they gonna call you a lame or a bum just because you not wearing what everybody else is wearing. It's a whole lot of projecting going on, and then you try to look for guidance to some of the old heads, but some of the old heads gonna look at you like you stupid too because they never got none of the answers also. That's why you have to go where you're celebrated. You have to go and find the people who are doing the exact things that you really want to do in the future. Those are the people who you should be building a council around so you can absorb all the information because they're going to give it to you for free. If you really want to learn, there are people who's going to charge you absolutely nothing to give you that information for free to help you get out that situation. Your dreams are not stupid and they're not small. You just hanging around the wrong motherfuckers.
So he's absolutely correct, right? He's absolutely correct because, you know, one of the things that tends to happen, particularly within the black community, is that when you try to do better, your actions are thereby viewed as, I want to say, almost rebellious to the black community. And here's why. A lot of times within the black community, we're taught that everything right is white. We're taught that when you try to go get an education and you talk smart and you try to get your credit right and do all these things, these are the tools of white people, right? These are the tools that are used to oppress black people. And we're like, think about it, right? If you're a black person in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, I'll say 40s and 50s and older, right? Like a lot of them believe that the reason why their credit is jacked up, for instance, is because white people are against them, white people trapped them, white people made them go and get payday loans and stuff like that, and it's the system's fault, right? So it's a generational thing. It's the system's fault why they're where they where they are right now, right? They believe that. And then you have them teaching their children that you know, it doesn't matter how hard you work, white people are going to be there, blah, blah, blah. So this narrative that whiteness is holding blackness down and that white people are holding black people down, it transcends every form of interaction that happens within the black community to the point to where it's like, oh, you didn't get the mortgage rate you wanted? Racism. Oh, you didn't get that grade in class? Is the teacher white? Oh, you like your credit score didn't go up? Racism. You put in 20 applications, didn't get a call back? Racism, right? So we see how racism is constantly pushed as a reason why we're not where we want to be at. So then when you come along as a black person and you go around your family with, you know, your new car or your new house or whatever, or your newfound success, or you're doing the things that are going to lead to that. So maybe you're not coming around with the new car. Maybe you have the old car, but you have 6 months worth of money saved up. Maybe you got a new job and people know about it and you're not giving them money and they feel like, oh, you know, you switching up. Or maybe you don't have a criminal record or you have good credit and you don't want to put your stuff or their stuff in your name and they feel like, oh, right? Because they believe the only way to get that is to be white or act white. So if they believe the only way to get the things that you have or to get to a place of success is to act white or be white, then when you get them, there's some sort of resentment. You are now the enemy, right? You are now the enemy. So when you come around and you talking like, you know, like they're like, oh, well, I got this new car, my car payment $300, and then you ask them how much money they got saved. They ain't even got a month worth of bill money saved, and you like, nah, I'm good. I can get a car like that, but I want to save up money. Oh, you want to save? You acting white now. You want to save? You trying to save money, right? So when the materialism is what you use and lead with, and you're still poor and broke, that's where you run into issues when you see somebody that's actually trying to get it the right way. So I feel what he's saying. I personally don't really have that problem. One, because I've always been cheap. So no matter how much success I get, my family already knows. Like, Fitz, he just cheap. He not finna go for all of that. He just cheap. And I've been a tightwad since I can remember. But what I will say is this: I've always pretty much had support from my family when it comes to college, when it comes to the jobs, when it comes to making more money. Always support. But what I will say is that just in general, when you start talking about eating healthier, when you start talking about standards, oftentimes what happens is that those get used as a way to say that you're judging other people, or that like you think you're better than other people. So for example, high blood pressure and heart disease are rampant within the black community. But let you go talk to black people about not eating that fried chicken. Let you go talk to black people about not putting salt on their food. What's the first thing they gonna do? Oh, they gonna make fun of you. Oh, white people don't season their food. You want me to eat white? I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna do that. When you start trying to give real information and kick real game so that people can better themselves, they don't want to hear that. So then what happens is you end up having to isolate yourself because you can't be around the foolishness. And so what he's talking about is a real thing within the community where it just becomes a difference in values. You value different things. In order for you to get to a certain level and have 6 months worth of bill money saved up, an emergency savings, you have to sacrifice. You probably can't go get that new car. You probably can't go get those new clothes. You probably have to put in extra hours. You probably can't go to the club. You can't go get those new shoes. You have to be diligent with your money. When people ask you to borrow money, you can't give it to them all the time. You have to do certain things to get to that level. And in that process, people are going to think you're fake. They're going to think you're fake. They're going to think you switched up. When you go around and you're at the family function and everybody eating this, and this, and you say, I don't want none, they gonna think you fake, that you bougie, that you brand new. Because you on a workout plan and you know how many calories you should eat and you know how much fat intake and protein you need to be able to get to your goals. But this goes back to what I say all the time. When you have standards and you're around people that don't have standards, you're the oddball out. Because it's much easier for people to talk down on your standards than for them to live up to them. I'll say that again. It's much easier for people to talk down on your standards than to live up to them. But over time, when you abide by your standards and live by them, it becomes much easier for you to live up to your standards than to lower yours to theirs. You feel me? I hope y'all feel me, because this is a big problem. And a lot of people cave. They start feeling insecure. I gotta go get the new car now. I gotta go get the shoes. They gonna clown me if I come around. You ain't gotta do nothing. Keep working on your success. Keep saving your money, stacking your paper, doing what you gotta do to get out. My name is Fitz. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you tap in the Patreon. Information is in the description, so it's pinned to the top of the chat. See y'all next time.